Welcome to Landon's Guide to High School Math. I'm Landon. I'm your tutor mentor. I'm a high school sophomore from the United States, and we are in the pre-algebra course, and we are continuing on with the third part of equations and inequalities. So, let's get right into it. Veronica tried to solve an equation. So, where did Veronica make her first mistake? Well, let's see here. So, we have setting up, calculating, and correctly solved. So, what do? First, we should probably solve this. So then we have a reason to correct it. Veronica, if you saw from my last video, you would know how to add to other sides. So, plus 4.6 here would get us 12.6 is equal to y. So this is our equation, and we have validated this with proper evidence. So let's see what we got here. Let's see. She did add 4.6 to the equation, and she did get this. Hey, how about that? You know what? I don't think she made a mistake. I think Veronica completed this correctly. So let's pick C. Veronica correctly solved the equation. And yes. So if you got that right, good job. Here's the answer explanation. Here's the video. You can ask for your help in the comments, and happy studying. Okay, next problem. Rita tried to solve an equation, so let's see. So we have n plus 12 is equal to 18.3, so let's try to solve this ourselves first. Subtract 12 on both sides, because remember, we want the opposite to move to the other side. Not 0.3, that's my fault. And then we have n is equal to 6.3, because 18 minus 12 is 6, and then 3.3 minus 0 is this. So this is our answer. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Ooh, aha. She said 5.7. Oh, I see what she made here. She mistakenly thought that she was adding 12 points. She thought, well, actually, I don't even know how she got that, because 18 minus 12 is 6, and then 0.3. So the first step she made, it was calculating, because, this was correct, right? We have to subtract 12, but then she said this, so the answer is B, calculating. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the video, and happy studying. Okay, next. Okay, let's see here. So, I'll rewrite this as m plus 3, 4, because remember, it's interchangeable. And then we're going to subtract 3 on both sides. What is 5, 4 minus 3, 4? 2, 4. I'll put 1/2. So that's our answer. So let's take a look at what we have here. Okay, so subtracting 3 fourths. Ooh, I see it. I see what she did here. Maya added 3 fourths on that side when she was supposed to subtract like we did over here. So that means she messed up the setting up part. She messed up the calculating too, but we want to know when Oscar made his first mistake. So anyways, if you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the answer explanation. Here's the video. And happy studying. Okay, next problem. Paulo tried to solve an equation. We have the same thing. Okay, let's try to solve this ourselves. When we're doing division, we have to do the opposite, which is multiplying by 0.25. So when we multiply by 0.25, we can also write this as f times 4. Because when you're divided by a number that's less than 1, it's going to increase. So we do 0.25 equals 16. Multiply each side. So we get f alone. And then when we're multiplying 0.25, we get 4. So it's 4. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Okay, he multiplied here. Good. He got 4. Hey, look at that. Looks like he got it right as well. He multiplied 0.25 on both sides like we did over here. And he got f equal to 4. So I think it's C. Yes, indeed. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the videos, and happy studying. I actually forgot to give you guys a problem to try on your own. So we're actually going to do that. So we're going to do that right now. So I'll let you guys take a crack at this by yourself, and then we'll go through it together. Alright, so... Okay, so... I know it's wrong because I can do math problems fast. I know it's not 2/3, it's 3/3. And, Ooh, she messed up calculating. 4 minus 1, that's 3/3, or just 1. Because you're subtracting 3/3 or 1/3 on both sides because of the 1/3 on the q side to get q by itself. So it's calculating. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the answer explanation. Here's the videos. Happy studying. Okay, good job. So let's move on now. Translate one-step equations and solve. Write an equation to represent the following statement. J is 25 more than 3. So we want more than. That is addition because we are adding to get more. So J is 25 more than 3. A common mistake that people make is that you add 25 to 3. But if J is 25 more than 3, then we would use subtraction instead. Because, let's think about it. Let's just say, let's take another problem, for example. Like, K is 1 more than 2. So we have K minus 1 is equal to 2. Now, how is this possible? Well, what if we plug in a number? Like, if we add 1 on both sides, we get 3. So 3 is 1 more than 2. That's right? Yeah, so we would do subtraction. I know it sounds weird, but it'll make sense once we solve it. So let's do this. We add 25 on each side, and then 3 plus 25 is 28. So 28 is 25 more than 3. So that makes sense, right? So it's 28 over here, and now we can write our equation. So we'll just do what we started with first. So J minus 25 is equal to 3. It may seem weird, I know, but you will... Gosh dang it, what do you mean? Maybe it is addition. So, the thing with these types of problems is that they kind of have a little bit of wordiness into this, so... Wait, what? J equals... Wait, what? Oh, we still get 28, though. Okay, so they're telling me to basically move the 25 to the other side. But if you got J minus 25 is equal to 3, that'll work as well. If we want it to be more literal with it, then I guess we can put it like that. But anyways, if you got that right, good job. Here's the video and happy studying. So, I guess Khan Academy's being a little weird, but hey, kudos to them. 28 is 12 less than K. So 28 is less than K. So we want to do 12 is equal to K. So, because we're asked for less than. And now we actually already have our answer here. So 28 plus 12 is equal to K. And now if we solve for K, we get 40. If you... Minus 12 is equal to K. What? Guys, I'm so sorry. This is not... Okay, that's the same thing I did last time. Okay, so... When it comes to these problems, it's 12 less than K. So... 28 is... That means 28 is equal to 12 less than K. So we have K, and then to accommodate that, it is 12 less than K. So K is bigger than 28. We need to put some weight on K. So the answer is this. If you got that right, good job. You did better than me. If you didn't, here's the video, and happy studying. And also, I wish I could play videos, but I'm afraid I might get copyright for that. So anyways, J is 7 times as large as 6. So if we have 6, J is 7 times as large as 6. So that means J is a lot bigger than 6. So we need to put weight on J. Let's divide by 7 because 7 will refute the answer. So we take J over 7. And that is equal to 6. And now we just have to multiply 7 to 6. We get 42. If you... What the heck? That's the... Are you kidding me? Okay, guys, if you're getting... Okay. So, guys, when we take the unit test or even the quiz, just understand that this is correct. So, I don't know why Khan Academy is asking me to write it like that. That is very weird and unideal. But if you get 42, then you are correct. So just move the J and 7 to the other side first, I guess for the purpose of Khan Academy being weird and stupid. So let's just do that real quick. So we can do equals 7 times 6. So, boom. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the video and happy studying. Okay. 51 divided by 3 is K. Hey, that's pretty easy, right? I'll let you guys take a crack at this on your own. Okay, 51 divided by 3 is equal to K. See, we know that. That wasn't too hard. And now for K, you should have got 17. So, if you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the explanation. Here's the video. Said happy studying. Alright, good job. Ignore to keep on practicing. You guys did awesome. It's being weird. I know, it's weird. Okay. Kendall wants to play several games of laser tag. She has 35 to play G games. Each game of laser tag costs $5. Select the equation that matches the situation. So, let's see. G is a game, so G is equal to 1. Each game of laser tag costs $5. So, means G equals 5. And now we need to find a way where we can find how many games G can play. So, what the heck? Okay, I don't know what that is. But anyways, so G is equal to 5 here. And then we have 35 here. So, we have G games. Each game of laser tag costs $5. So, we have 5 right here. Because understand, if we have $7 for like one game, then we can understand that if we play 7 games of $5, that'll be 35, because 5 times 7 is 35. So it's 7. So we'll represent 7 as G, the amount of games. So, in other words, it's B. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the videos. Here's the explanation. Happy studying. Okay. Melissa and Rachel like to make funny hats. Melissa has made 20 zebra printed hats, and Rachel has made 8 striped hats. Together, they've made a total of 42 hats. Write an equation to describe the situation. So, we know Melissa made 20. Together, they have made a total, means that we're combining their hats. And that means they made a total of 42 hats. So, look at that. That's our answer. We have Rachel, because whatever Rachel is, that'll add to the total. So we put that in. 20 plus H is equal to 42. So if you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here is the video, and happy studying. Okay. Ross and Gabby sold boxes of cookies for their soccer team fundraiser. Ross sold B boxes of cookies, and Gabby sold 35 boxes of cookies. Together, they sold a total of 69 boxes of cookies. Okay, so we want totals. So that means we want addition. And, well, there's only one answer that shows that. But let's just see. We have Ross and Gabby. We're adding them together. and then they get 69, which is literally what C is. So it's C. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the video, and happy studying. Okay, I'll let you guys take this last one on your own, and then we'll go through it together. Okay, so we're raising 500 by selling C boxes of candy. So the amount of boxes will determine the amount of money. So we want to divide by C. Oh, for every box they sell, they make 275. So we want to do this over this, and this will equal C. I will use a calculator for this one, just to be precise. Oh, if you don't know how to use a if you want an easier insight, you can also just multiply these by 2 and get 1,000 over 5, which is a little easier. But I'll just do it this way. Okay, never mind. So I got oh, we're just writing an equation. So for every box they sell, so they want to make 500. So they want the literal equation. So we're going to multiply this to this. So that means that 2.75 is equal to C. So 2.75C is equal to 500. So that's our answer. Let's put it in. 2.75C is equal to 500. If you got that right, good job. Our original equation would have been right as well. But I wanted to put it like that so that way Khan Academy wouldn't get mad at me. But anyways, happy studying. Okay, last section that we are learning today. We have model with one-step equations and solve. Carl is on the school track team. To prepare for an upcoming race, he plans to run 217 miles total over the next 31 days. Write an equation to determine how many miles he needs to run per day, assuming he runs the same amount each day. Okay, so he needs to run how many miles? 217 over the next 31 days. So he needs to run the same amount each day, which means that we're going to divide by 31. Understand? Because if we have M here, we know that this will be equal to 31 plus 31 plus 31 plus 31 until we get to 217. We run the same amount of miles every single day. So, we have to... Hello?
Hey, I think I forgot to tell you, your piano lesson starts at 2:20 today.
Ooh. Okay.
Jim's waiting for you.
Okay. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, we're back. Okay, so anyways, we have to write the equation. So we multiply 31 and M, so we get 31M. So we go 217. So then 31 M is equal to 217. And now we have to divide. So we divide 31 from 217, and I will use my calculator for this one. Give me a moment. And I got 7, so M is 7. So that means Carl runs 7 miles every day. That's kind of a lot. Alright, if you got that right, good job. Here's the answer explanation. Here's the videos. Happy studying. Okay. Eloise scored a total of 268 points during the basketball season. Over total points, L points came from the left-hand shots. She scored 225 points to the right hand. So we have a total. So we have 268 to the 225 plus L. And now that is our equation, so we'll put that in. So L plus 225 is equal to 268. So now we have to subtract 225 on each side. So when we do that, we will get L is equal to 43. So 43 is our answer. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the answer explanation. Here's the video. You can ask for help in the comments, and happy studying. Okay, the many chips company, they're serious with the number of chocolate chips in their cookies. They claim that each cookie has C chips. If the claim is true, there will be 200 chips in 10 cookies. So let's take a look at this. So, oh wait, this is the problem. Okay, so we have 10 cookies. So we have 200 chips in 10 cookies. So each cookie will have C chips. So that means that 10 cookies, each cookie will have C chips. That means we'll put that in front of the 10. So this is our equation. So 10C is equal to 200. C is equal to 200. And now to find C, we just have to divide by 10. And remember that when we're dividing by 10, we just take out a 0. So if you remove a 0 from 20, 200, I just gave it. Well, anyways, you have 20 after removing a 0, so it's 20. So that means that C is equal to 20. So that means that this is our answer. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the answer explanation. Here's the video. Happy studying. Alright, last problem. Let you guys take a crack at this by yourself, and then we'll go through it together. Let's go through this. So we have 7, and then we walk L laps. So 7 times L is 105. And then we just divide by 7 to get L. And if we do the math here, L is equal to 15. So we have 7L is equal to 105. Oh, not 2 L's. It's equal to 105. And then L is 15. So that's it. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the answer explanation. Here's the video, and happy studying. Okay, that is the end of section 3. So now I'll let you guys take quiz 3, and then we will continue our progress tomorrow. So without further ado, your quiz starts now. Good luck. Okay, the answer is J plus 47 is equal to 55, and J is equal to 8. You got that right? Good job. The answer is A. If you got that right, good job. Ignore that. The answer is B. If you got that right, good job. Answer is 3S is equal to 6,300, which then is equal to 3100. What? Oh, 2, 1. It's my fault. All right. If you got that right, good job. The answer is C. If you got that right, good job. Okay, that is the end of that section. If you did good on this section, great job. So, I'm Landon Pitts. I was your tutor and or mentor today. And I will see you guys in the next episode. So, I'm Landon Pitts, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.